Well, good morning. We have 5 minutes left in this Tuesday morning. If I don't get this done early before things really get going, then it's a challenge to get it in while it's still AM. But we've kind of shifted gears now. We're not on the ship anymore. And I am glad to be off of that ship. It was a miserable storm for weeks on end. 14 days. These guys struggled and finally they're on land. What a great feeling that must have been. So now they're all 100% of them survived. They're all on land. Cold and rainy day. Here we start Acts chapter 28, verses 1 and 2. Once we were safe on shore, we learned that we were on the island of Malta. The people of the island were very kind to us. It was cold and rainy, so they built a fire on the shore to welcome us. Now, tomorrow, I'll put a map up. You can see exactly where Malta is, not where they thought they were going to end up. They were concerned about hitting the northern shore of Africa. It really didn't matter to them. It was interesting, but they were just thrilled to be on land and alive. Even though now they were safe from the sea, it was a cold and rainy day. And they built a fire. The people of Malta either brought their firewood or gathered firewood, and they built a fire for these 270 some people. It was probably a long fire instead of one great big round where everyone could gather around, could be warmed, safe from the elements. But the point is, these people on the island took these shipwrecked survivors and cared. They tried to make their day more comfortable. They tried to meet one of the basic needs that they had. It was a cold and rainy day. So let's see if we can't make them warm. See if we can't get them cared for. And that's the scene there. The people cared for them. That's the whole point. Today, as you encounter other people, they may have just survived a shipwreck of their own. They may be experiencing an emotionally cold and rainy event in their life, and you can provide warmth of God's love, care of Christ Himself in their life. It's hospitality. And so I want to encourage you today to view everybody else that you encounter in your own home or out in the workplace, in the marketplace. Look at everyone and ask the question, how can I practice toward this person in this situation? Most of the time, it's simply going to be a smile and a kind word. Sometimes it's going to be much more physical, much more practical than that. It might be buying food or clothing for someone, providing shelter, building a fire with your firewood so that they have a place to warm up physically. You can build a fire emotionally to bring comfort and light to someone's home just by the things that you say. Be sincere in your love for them, because every person you encounter, person whom God loves. And He demonstrated that. Christ was on the cross. I want to remind you today that God loves you. There's plenty more where that came from. You are welcome to share the love of Christ because there's more where that came from. He loves you.